कुछ न संग लेके आए, कुछ न संग जाना जाना जाना, कुछ न संग लेके आए, कुछ न संग जाना। दूर का सफर है फिर से बोझ क्यों बढ़ाना, दूर का सफर है फिर से बोझ क्यों बढ़ाना। मत बिखर इधर उधर, मत बिखर इधर उधर, तू एक जगह से।
Welcome everyone, another musical night with Sahaja meditation, and thank you for waiting. And so today again we are together to integrate whole world with the universal culture and with the universal knowledge and the music, and of course with the experience. And every Tuesday, as we know that we always invite different Sahajugis from the different countries, that makes always most, actually it gives always so much joy to us and makes integrate to everyone, to each other with this knowledge of the divine. And again, we are so excited to introduce one of the Sahajugi sister from the Pittsburgh, and she is Romanian Sahaja, but she lives in here for a while, for a long time, and she started Sahaja Yoga in 1999, 22 years ago, when she was 13 years old, and she is actually Hindustani classical vocalist, and she has a beautiful voice. Of course, we will see her, we will listen her during the meditation and after the meditation also, and so we will have the deep meditation with her leading and also with her music. And I would like to introduce you Kalawati, Carmen, Dumitrescu. And good evening. I would like to say Jai Shmataji and good night, because it is 12 o'clock in the night over there, Kalawati. Hello, Kalawati.
Jai Mataji to you all. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Enai, for such a warm welcome. Indeed, it's late here, but I just want to say that it gives me immense pleasure to be here with all of you today. I have been practicing Sahaj Yoga since a few years, but it's always a great joy to meditate, with us, with the seekers or with the Sahaj yogis. It's always a new experience, and especially, joining the meditations for seekers or for those who have joined recently is very, very special, because it reminds me of my first steps in Sahaj Yoga, of how I started myself, and the joy of those days when I was just discovering and taking my first steps in this spiritual journey.
Very nice. So, Kalawati, we will definitely we will ask more questions to you. But again, I would like to welcome you and thank you so much for joining to our meeting in the night, 12 a.m. right now. I hope you had a good rest today and that you can join us till maybe maybe of course we do our
Sure.
for 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes sometimes, and but we are very excited to have you. And as we talked before, we always start the meditation for our program first, and so after your leading, after the meditation, we will have some conversation with you, and we are really excited to listen you, because each time when we ask all those questions which is related Sahaja Yoga and with the experience, and we always learn something through the experience. And whatever we have, any question, whatever we are struggling in our life or in our meditation, and always the Sahaja Yogi's experience experience really helps for each of us. And that is a really good, that is a beautiful part, being together and doing this program and listening all the Sahajogis with their experience. And we love to listen these stories, your journeys, your achievements. And after the meditation, of course, we love to hear you with your music, with your ragas. That is another beautiful thing, that we always connect with the all-pervading divine power, as you know. So whenever you are ready, please, we can start for meditation.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, please let
Thank you
us know.
so
Yeah.
much once again, Shenai. Indeed, it's a learning experience for all of us, and I'm also very, very excited to learn from all of you. So, if we are all ready, should we start the meditation? Should we all start meditating?
Please, Kalawati, also, could you please increase your volume?
Yeah,
It's very clear, but it is a little low.
absolutely. Is it better now?
Ah, yes, beautiful. Thank you.
All right, sure. So, let's just take a few moments to take our attention within and let us remind ourselves why we are here. We are here because we are seekers of truth and because we desire our spiritual ascent. So let us establish this awareness, this beautiful desire within us. Let's just give ourselves a beautiful reminder of the fact that this is the time for meditation and nothing else is important now. And as we become more aware of it, we can already feel that slowly, gradually, the meditative state settles within us. Let us now raise our Kundalini energy and give ourselves a bandhan. Let us all do it slowly with awareness that it is such a great thing to have our Kundalini activated and to be able to rise it. Let us place our both hands in our lap with the palms facing upwards. All the chakras in our body are represented in our palms, in our fingers, as we well know. So when we open our hands, we should have the feeling and the pure desire that we want to receive the nourishment of the divine vibrations in our palms, in our fingers, so that all the chakras get nourished and purified. Let's join our hands and ask our own energy, our Divine Mother, O Mother, please guide our meditation. Please grant us the oneness with your divine power. Please grant us the yoga, the meditative state. Let us now nourish and purify our three energy channels. And what we'll do is we will ask the Divine Mother to do that for us. All we have to do is we have to desire, and the rest is done by the all pervading divine power which resides within us in the form of our Kundalini Mother. Let us place the right hand towards Mother Earth. The left hand will be opened in our lap. And here, let us repeat this fundamental affirmation. Mother, please purify my left channel. Mother, please purify my desires and my emotions. Mother, please establish within me the ardent, pure desire for complete spiritual ascent. We can repeat this in our heart, and as we go on doing it from our heart, we'll notice that the meditative state settles more and more within. Mother, I surrender to you my emotions and my desires. can take here the mantra for Shri Mahakali. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Mahakali Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. Let us now seek the blessings for our right channel, Pingala Nadi. We can place our right hand on our lap and the left hand goes towards the sky. And here again, with a pure desire, we just have to ask, and the rest is done by the divine power. Mother, please cleanse my right channel. Please purify my actions. Mother, let my actions be benevolent and positive. Mother, I surrender to you all my actions. I surrender to you all my thinking process, my mental activity. And here, let us take the mantra for Shri Mahasaraswati. Om Tvamev Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devye Namo Namaha. We can bring the right hand in our lap. And let us ask our Kundalini Mother to nourish our central channel, Sushumna Nadi. Mother, please cleanse our central channel. Mother, please bring us in complete balance. Let us always live in the present. Oh Mother, please give us our spiritual ascent. Let us now invoke the principle which takes care of our spiritual ascent, that is Shri Mahalakshmi. So let us all together take the mantra for Shri Mahalakshmi. त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. Let us observe our state. We have done nothing but just desiring and asking. And the meditative state is so beautiful, so effortless. Let's take a moment and thank our Divine Mother, the Kundalini Mother, the all-pervading power. Let's take our right hand on our heart and here let's gather all the beautiful feelings of gratitude, of joy, of love, because we are receiving the transformation in our being, in our lives. Mother, thank you again and again for all your blessings. Mother, please come in our heart. Please fill our heart with joy and bliss. And in all confidence, let us repeat in our heart this most fundamental affirmation, the fundamental truth of our being. Shri Mataji, I am the Spirit. Shri Mataji, I am the Spirit. Let us now take our right hand on the top of our head, push back our fingers, and press the scalp, the limbic area. And here we are going to move the scalp 7 times clockwise, that is, left, forward, right, backward. And every time we'll ask, in all sincerity, we'll ask for this highest, for the highest of the highest that we can receive as human beings. Mother, please give me my complete self-realization. We can bring back our hand on our lap. And for a few moments, let's just surrender to this beautiful state which we have got without doing anything, only by desiring and asking. When we are in meditation, the divine power nourishes us, our centers, our channels, and everything is set right in our being, in our life. So let's give ourselves this chance. Let us just enjoy the peace and the state of meditation. Re na na re na re ne nu na We can now slowly open our eyes and let us check the vibrations above our head. We can raise our right hand and see what we feel above our Sahasrara. We can try it with the left hand as well. Let us join our hands and once again thank the divine power, our own Kundalini Mother. O Mother Kundalini, we thank you again and again for nourishing us, for cleansing us, for granting us the state of union, the all pervading power. Thank you again and again for giving us our spiritual ascent. And now let us once again raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Let us do it all together slowly. Let's start from the base of our spinal cord and go upwards. Slowly, our attention should move with our hands. And on top of our head, let's symbolically tie a knot, which is our pure desire to be always connected to the all pervading power. Let's do it again. And above our head, we're going to tie two knots. And the third time, slowly, our attention should go upwards with our hands. And here we're going to tie three knots above our sehasrara. And now let's protect ourselves with the divine vibrations. We'll start with the right hand from our left and go over our body and come back. And we'll do it 7 times. So let's do it the second time for the Swadhisthana chakra, for Nabhi chakra, for Anahata chakra, for Vishuddhi chakra, for Agya chakra, and for Sahasrara chakra. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shrimati Kalawati. It was wonderful meditation.
It is the blessing of our own energy giving us this beautiful state. I thoroughly enjoyed it as well, and I'm sure everyone here will experience it as well. You know, when you have the blessing of enjoying this for so many years in your life, all you want to do is to share it, and that increases your own vibrations. It actually increases your own meditative state. So we are all very greedy for that, I must say.
That's beautiful. That's very true, Kalawati. It's very beautiful. But also, I would like to say that the way you lead the meditation and every each of your affirmation which comes from you, definitely it is from the spirit. And every each time when you see all affirmations and including the mantras, it's amazing that the vibrations were flowing very strong. I still feel so much on my hands, on my whole body, and on my sasrara. My kundalini is just moving so gently.
Same here. I'm enjoying it so much. And but again, you know, it's not me or any one of us. It's actually the energy within us. It is the vibrations flowing from Srimataji's photograph.
Mhm.
It is that, and I am so fortunate to be enjoying it with all of you right now.
Very nice, so beautiful. Thank you so much. And let's ask everyone, how did they feel? How was their experience in the during this meditation? So does anyone would like to say anything, or would you like to share your experience during this beautiful meditation? Let's hear from you now.
From whom?
True. I would like to ask for our guests.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Of
So
course, I would love to hear from them as well.
let's find out from if any. Does anyone would like to share your experience during the meditation? How did you feel it?
Yeah, very strong meditation, Shanai and Kalawati ji. This is Sandeep Joshi, and when I closed my eyes, I must share that experience I had. I felt like you had a very deep, like a childlike innocence in your voice, and full of devotion. Those two things clearly came out of my mind. You were so deeply devoted when you were singing that I really enjoyed. The vibrations were very strong.
Mhm.
So
Thank you
thank
so
you, and
much,
thank
Sandeep
you, and
ji.
Jai Shri
Thank you.
Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. Here, I would just want to say that is no doubt the depth of Sandeep ji. His your own depth and your own desire for the meditation granted you this experience. It is again not really coming from me. I am just very blessed to be here and enjoying the same basically. But it is really, your pure desire. When we really sit with that pure desire, with that awareness that this is the time for meditation, it's the holy time, and nothing else is important at this moment. It really works tremendously. It just does for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you again.
So, Kalawati, I see in the chat box. I would like to read for you for the meditation. So I would like to start from Arda. He says that amazing. Damini, very blissful. Seema says it was beautiful. Strong flow of vibrations along with affirmation. Preeti says thanks for giving such blissful feeling. Aruna, very beautiful meditation. Thank you. And Jish Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Uvana says, thank you very much for the calm meditation session. It was an amazing experience. That's so right now. So beautiful. And I would like to add Kalawati, you have actually, I really can tell through the vibrations, definitely it is all our desires, but also you really touch, I really feel the divinity, what you have in you. It comes from the spirit with your devotion, as Sandeep said. And you really put us in that, you really put us, and we really touch in that divinity today through this vibration, of course, through your leading also. That's what's wonderful. And I wanted to add this. And as Sandeep said, that your innocence, your Ganesha Tattva, of course, puts us also into that very deep meditation, and it created lots of vibrations.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you, dear sister, for your love.
Yeah, thank you so much. So let's start some conversation with your Sahaj journeys. And I know that you started Sahaj 13, but I would like to also add a little bit information about you to our guest Sahajogis. So actually Kalawati, as I told, she's from Romania, and she got her first bachelor degree in German and Hindi. He's a very fluent Hindi speaker, and also definitely German too. And but after that, later on, of course, we will hear from her. And I don't want her to miss, but I just want to say right now. And also, she got her second bachelor's degree from the music school from India, which is I wrote and I cannot remember so easily. Prayak Sangeet Samiti from Allahabad.
That's right. Yeah.
Where is India? Definitely, that the music school she got her second bachelor's degree. So, Kalawati, I know that you started Sahaja at a very early age, when you were 13 years old. How did you start that early? So, were you a seeker? Were you seeking?
Uh, Yeah, recalling all of these beautiful happenings in my life, I am myself amazed, how did all this happen basically? So I think I was a seeker. I was seeking, it's just that, like, most of the seekers, I did not really know what I was seeking. Um, for me, God was a fascinating subject, and I really wanted to know God, who God is.
Mm,
But I had no idea that, with a, of course, I come from a Christian background, and I would, at a very young age, at a very small age, all by myself, because there used to be a church nearby our building, so just cross the street and you can go to church. So I used to do that all by myself as well, without my parents. I would just go to church by myself. So I was so fascinated by the divine power, but I really had no idea that we as human beings can actually have the experience of being one with the divine power. So, as seekers, when we think of God, of course, God is somewhere very high, and we can only, project our thoughts, or, we can't really conceive it. But to even think that we as human beings can have that experience of being one with God, that was tremendous. That's something that we really didn't know. We as human beings had no idea that this could happen to us. So this is, when I came to Sahaj Yoga, it so happened that my elder sisters, first went to the Sahaj Yoga programs, and they started learning a little bit how to meditate. And then I would see them at home, doing all of this. So it seemed very strange to me. And one day they brought home the photograph of Sri Mataji. And when I saw the photograph of Sri Mataji, I was so attracted. I could not explain what it was, but I told my sister that I would like to also give it a try. So I went myself to the Sahaj Yoga classes, and to be very frank, I did not feel much in my hands. I took some time. It took some time for me to actually feel the vibrations in my hands, but I would feel it, in the form of joy within my heart. I would feel so much joy as a child as well, I guess. You know, I would just meditate, and I would feel so joyous and so happy and satisfied. And, I was very much in the beginning when I was still learning how to meditate. And at some point, I was just wondering about Sri Mataji, I was wondering who Sri Mataji is. And, of course, I thought that she was a very highly evolved spiritual personality, but I was just, my attention went on Sri Mataji, and I wanted to find out. And the most beautiful thing happened to me, which is difficult to explain. I can't even explain it, but I simply got into a state of complete security and complete joy.
wow.
I felt so much joy in my heart, and
Mhm.
I felt so protected,
Wow.
and that then, with that experience, which came from nowhere, because, as it just came to me spontaneously, that was the moment when I realized that this is what I will do. I will meditate, and I would like to grow in Sahaj Yoga. And since then, I never looked back.
Wow, so beautiful, so nice, so nice this experience, so nice to hear this experience, so beautiful. And with your permission, I would like to also announce actually Kalawati is a disciple of Mahuya Mukherjee. Yeah, I'm sure you all remember who when she attended in our meeting, and of course she is also a Hindustani classical singer, and Kalawati is disciple or student of her. And it's so beautiful that this connection. I know I would like to hear from her. Would you like to say anything about how it
Sure.
is with
Yeah.
Maria?
Yeah. So the Indian classical music is another miraculous thing that happened to me. It all started with a meditation. So I noticed that whenever I would meditate while listening to to ragas, to Indian classical music, I would have a very effortless meditation and a very deep meditation.
Mhm.
And somehow, while listening to the bhajans, that was the first experience for me because I'm Romanian and I grew up with, pop music, rock music, and everything else. So when I heard this music for the first time, I did not know anything about it, but I felt its power. So the power was that it would take me completely in meditation.
Mhm.
And then the semi classical music, the bhajans that I started listening to at that time, I felt so much devotion, and so much joy. I actually felt that this music is divine, which is because it comes from Om, from the primordial sound. Now that we meditate and we have the sensitivity to perceive it at this level, now we understand that this music is divine indeed.
Mhm.
So I developed this desire within of learning music. I had no idea how, because at that time in Romania, you know, there was no teacher, nothing, So that is the thing. Another thing that happens to us when we meditate is that our desires change. We start desiring what is beautiful, what is good for us, what is good for our spirit, what is benevolent to our spiritual ascent. Before starting meditating, I would have never thought that I would have the desire to learn Indian classical music. But, meditating, this desire grew so much into me. And then every time I would surrender it in my meditation. In my meditation, I would just put it in the form of a prayer. I would just surrender it to the divine power. And it was in 2008 that I got my first scholarship to go to India. And that was for a specialization course in Hindi. I went to India and I studied Hindi there. And then soon after that, I got my second scholarship from the Indian government for learning music. And this, how can we arrange this ourselves in our life? We can't. It's definitely arranged by the divine power, isn't it? And so I went to Delhi in 2009 to learn music. And there I met the vocalist Mahua Mukherjee, who was also a guest in your program some time back. And she saw in me this desire and she decided to teach me. And I was very, very happy because apart from the classes that I was attending in an institute, I was actually looking for a music guru. I wanted to learn from a guru because I felt only this will make me reach wherever I wanted. I wanted to sing. I wanted to sing the glory of the divine.
Yes.
So it's a beautiful story behind it. Mahuaji was she was not meditating at that time. She learned how to meditate. She taught me Indian classical music. She's still teaching me. I'm still learning from her. I lived with her in Delhi for 10 years. I was in India for 10 years of my life, 10 years full of blessings. And so I'm very, very happy, very fortunate to have this blessing of music in my life.
Wow, so nice, so beautiful. So then, Kalawati, you went to India for learning Hindi and the music, Hindustani classical music, and then, but you end up staying 10 years over there, right? Have you
Yeah.
done it? No, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Amazing. But of course, I would like to say the India is the mother of Kundalini. And once you are there, of course, some of our yogis in the group, I can see, of course, who are not Indian and who are Indians, who has been in India. And you really feel that strong vibrations in the Mother Earth, and is really so magnetic. And you all that you simplicity, that of course simplicity comes from Sri Ganesha. And so that is the land of the actually the country. And of course the main thing is the Mother Kundalini is there over there. So you really feel it such a strong. And you always, because once you get connected you don't want to leave that state.
That's true.
I
That's true.
experienced it a few times, and that is amazing experience being in India. So, Kalawati, I see so much joy and pure joy in your face, and really, it's not. I really feel it, and it's a vibration also since I met you. And how can you please tell us? What is pure joy? How did you achieve the pure joy? Because we try to actually get to this state in the meditation, but I can tell it stays with you all the time. And yeah, so can you please tell how did we achieve the pure joy in our daily life?
So I do not know if I achieved it. I think it is just given to me, you know. So the first experience I had when I started meditating as a child was the joy, pure joy, and something that I've never ever experienced before, and something so absolute. So that came to me. I can't say that I actually achieved it. It's a state, isn't it? But so as a child, that's why I was telling you that many of you who started meditating recently, I'm sure you would be enjoying these first experiences so much because they are very special. I always remember my first experiences. They are so deep, so strong. And that's another reason for which I feel, I always want to connect with the seekers and those who are beginners, let's say. So I know all of you are advanced already, I know that, but it's always such a joy to connect with all of you, because it reminds me of my first experiences. So the state of joy, it's a state. I don't think, we cannot achieve it, we cannot project it with our mind, but what we can do is we can ask for it in our meditation. It's quite miraculous, because whatever desires we have, and now we have good desires, we have pure desires. Now we are aware that we are here to ascend, and everything else is being taken care of. So we, of course, we have commitments, we have responsibility, we carry on with all of that. But that, even while doing that, we experience the divine hand, the invisible divine hand in our life, while we are focused on our spiritual growth. So when we ask for it in our meditation, it really comes to us. So I cannot say it is really your love, Shanai, that you said that you see that joy in me all the time. I do not know if I'm always in this state of joy, but whenever I feel that my state of joy or my state of oneness with the divine is getting weak, immediately I focus my pure desire in meditation. So the pure desire is very important. We have to ask for these treasures in our life, for the pure joy, for detachment, for all the qualities of our chakras which are there. So I would say that we may not be able to achieve it ourselves, it comes as a blessing, but what we can do is we can ask for it in our meditation. We can surrender our desire in our meditation, and it works. And another thing I wanted to share, because it might be important, some of you might relate to it. I was telling you that I did not feel cool vibrations right from the beginning, right? So I knew that, of course, it's very important to feel the vibrations. That's what makes us sage yogis. So I knew I was lacking that within me. So I prayed for it in my meditation. Again, I focused my pure desire and I asked for it. And it's not like you only ask once, but you don't have to be tensed about it. It's not like, there's something wrong with me, nothing like that. But just ask for it, just like a child, just like a child would go to their mother to ask, like that. We have to ask. And it improved so much. And I wouldn't say that I have like clear cut vibrations all the time in my hands. But again, when I feel that, the sensitivity is getting less, I again ask for it. So, it's a living process. It's a living process of evolution. But now we have this oneness, this connection with the divine, and we have the technique. We know how to do it.
Wow, so well said, Kalawati. And I just want to give a conclusion. So first, you need to ask for it to have that state, and then second, you need to have a pure desire to be in
Right.
that state. And the third one, of course, meditation. Definitely, when we want that state with our desire, with the pure desire, and of course, we need to establish the state only with the meditation. And then another thing is to surrender, just to,
Right.
isn't it so beautiful, so well you said. And I would like to pause over here, and if there is any question towards you, I would like to hand over to our dear friends. Is there any question, or would you like to say anything to Kalawati before we start the music? Now your turn, my dears.
Yeah, one curious question again, Sandeep here. Just curious how you got your first name Kalavati, because I know that it's a pure Indian name, and I've seen Indian people coming to US and changing the names to something which. So I'm sure you are very Kalavati means who is very deep into art, and I think, and you can correct me, that maybe you enjoyed the Indian classical music and change your name, or is it something? Just curious.
Yeah, that's a very good question. So, my Romanian name is Carmen. The story goes like this. So during those years when I was, desiring so much to find a way to learn Indian classical music, I went to Italy, and there was an academy where they invite masters of Indian classical music from India. So I got the chance to attend the classes over there, and so the teacher, the guru, we call him Guruji. He's an accomplished musician. His name is Prabhakar Dhakade. He's a violin player, harmonium player. He's a vocalist. Music just flows through him. So he was our teacher there. So and I also at that time I heard many stories of how Sri Mataji herself would sometimes bless, the children, the babies or the small children, or even the yogis, with a name. So, those who desired a name, they would go to mother, and Sri Mataji would give them a name. And that, in India, when you receive that from your spiritual guru, it comes as a great blessing, and it brings great transformation. So I heard all of these stories, and I was wondering, would this have ever happened to me? So I started having this desire of receiving a name myself, but it seemed quite impossible. How would I get an Indian name, which is supposed to carry all these blessings? So what happened is that Guruji, once, he just asked me my name. He was like, "What is your name?" And I told him, "My name is Carmen." And out of the blue completely, he had no idea about my desire. And then what he said is, "Your name is Kalavati." And I was so amazed. It's like you have a desire, and it gets fulfilled just like that. And of course, yes, as Sandeep ji said, Kalavati is the name of Sri Saraswati, who is the goddess of music and art, of the pure knowledge, who resides in our Swadhisthana chakra. And at that time, it was in 2007 when I was still figuring out how will I learn Indian classical music. And right after that, the doors opened for me. So right after that, I actually got the scholarship to go to India, and then I got the second scholarship to learn music. And I also, very soon after that, I had a dream with Sri Mataji, and Sri Mataji called me herself Kalawati. And that I would say that really brought the blessings of music and art in my life.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Wow, very great to hear that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you, Sandeepji, for giving me the opportunity to
Yeah,
remember
thank you.
all this.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
So thank you, Sandeep, for asking this question. I was actually keeping this question for after the music, but I'm glad it came from you. So it's so nice, so beautiful. Yeah, it's a very curious. I mean, everyone curious that how this name came from. I'm sure many people already talk or thought about that. Yeah, so beautiful. Actually, it's amazing.
You know me. If I have a question, I will ask.
Definitely, if there is no question coming from you, so it means, oh, Sandeep is not here, maybe, right?
Thank you.
That's so nice. Very good. Thank you, both of you. So, is there anything? Is there any question to Kalawati before we start the music? Okay, so you may keep your questions maybe later if there is no question right now. And so there is a beautiful song from actually the raga, yes, right, Kalawati, is about Sri Lakshmi, is the recording, and then I will put it now. And if you like to be in meditative state, you can, please, it's a beautiful experience. Please always open your hands. And when the realized souls, who are the Sahajugis, when they sing, as you know, because through the light of the spirit and the vibrations flows. And if you would like to really experience this state, and always keep your hands open and your attention be on the Sahasrara, and you can have this experience, and it can put into meditation, and automatically you will close your eyes. And that is a beautiful state, actually, and a beautiful experience. And yeah, enjoy it. And I will open it right now.
ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಿಸೋ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ 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 ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗಡ ಧ್ವನಿಯ ತೋರುತ್ತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆಯ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತ ಗೆಜ್ಜೆ ಕಾಲ್ಗಡ ಧ್ವನಿಯ ತೋರುತ್ತ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಮೇಲೆಯ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ನಿಕ್ಕುತ್ತ ಸಜನೆ ಸಾಧು ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಮಜಿಗೆಯೊಡಗಿನ ವೇಳೆಯಂತೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಕನಕವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ್ತ ಬಾರೆ ಮನೆ ಕಾಮನೆಯ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ ತೋರೆ ಕನಕವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ್ತ ಬಾರೆ ಮನೆ ಕಾಮನೆಯ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ ತೋರೆ ಕನಕವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಆ ಕನಕವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಆ ಕನಕವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಆ ಕನಕವೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ಕರೆಯುತ್ತ ಬಾರೆ ಮನೆ ಕಾಮನೆಯ ಸಿದ್ಧಿಯ ತೋರೆ ದಿನಕರ ಕೋಟಿ ತೇಜದಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಜನಕರಾಯನೇ ಕುಮಾರಿ ಬೇಗ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಅತ್ತಿತ್ತಗಲದ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸುಮಂಗಳ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜನರ ಭಕ್ತರ ಮನೆಯಲ ನಿತ್ಯ ಮಹೋತ್ಸವ ನಿತ್ಯ ಸುಮಂಗಳ ಸತ್ಯವ ತೋರುವ ಸಾಧು ಸಜನರ ಚಿತ್ತಡಿ ಹೊಳೆಯುವ ಪುಥಳಿ ಬೊಂಬೆ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಭಾಗ್ಯವ ಕೋಟು ಕಂಕಣಕೆಯ ತಿರುವುತ ಬಾರೆ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇಲ್ಲದ ಭಾಗ್ಯವ ಕೋಟು ಕಂಕಣಕೆಯ ತಿರುವುತ ಬಾರೆ ಕುಂಕುಮಾಂಗಿತೆ ಪಂಕಜ ಲೋಚನ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣನ ಬಿಂಗದ ರಾಣಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಹರಿಸಿ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರದ ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ತುಪ್ಪದ ಕಾಲುವೆ ಹರಿಸಿ ಶುಕ್ರವಾರದ ಪೂಜೆಯ ವೇಳೆಗೆ ಅಕ್ಕರೆಯೋಳ ಅಳಗಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಲೊಕ್ಕ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲದ ರಾಣಿ ವಿಠಲನೆ ರಾಣಿ
Kalawati is so beautiful, and I want to tell you. Maybe I didn't tell you, but earlier in our very first meeting, I listened. After I got this recording, I watched and I listened so many times. I don't know how many times I listened it. I really enjoy to listen this raga. And so, who are new over here? What is Shri Lakshmi, and what represents? Which chakra it represents? Of course, many of us know some knowledge about that. If you can, please explain. That would be so nice to hear from you.
Sure. So, as we know, our chakras are presided by principles or tattvas or aspects of the divine power. And Shri Lakshmi is an aspect of the divine power who resides in our Nabhi chakra.
Mhm.
So that's why, to awaken these principles, to awaken the basic qualities, and to nourish these chakras, we take the mantras for these deities or for these aspects of the divine who are actually within us.
Mhm.
So for at the level of Nabhi chakra, we take the mantra for Sri Lakshmi Vishnu. Lakshmi is also, is also the goddess of wealth and prosperity and well-being as well, and that's why those qualities are here in our Nabhi chakra. So as we go on meditating and we nourish our Nabhi chakra, then all these qualities awaken within us, and we get, the well-being and
Mhm.
the prosperity as well, which can be in the form of financial security. Why not? That's also a blessing of the divine. And wealth. And also we learn and we enjoy being very, very generous. So all these we achieve or we receive as blessings when our Nabhi chakra is nourished by Sri Lakshmi, by this divine principle within us.
Wow, beautiful, so beautiful. Said you really well. You really say it very well, Kalawati. Thank you so much. And Kalawati, there are more messages for you, and I would like to read for you. I'm not sure if you noticed, and there is another Sahaja who is from Finland, Carolina. Thank you for this beautiful meditation and greetings from Finland. So I'm not sure if she's still there. Carolina, for you, I think it's a morning time, right? Would you like to say something in the meeting right now besides this message?
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good
Yes,
morning to you.
yes, I'm still here. I enjoyed very much your beautiful meditation, and I'm actually just on a holiday, and it's early. It's morning already. The sun has rise long time ago, as rises very early here.
Uh-huh.
But I can show you a little bit of the view here. I'm
Oh,
just by the water
Beautiful.
at the lake, and
uh-huh,
it's like amazing combination. All this music and the meditation and your company, and
uh-huh.
I'm just enjoying this
Wow,
all.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Carolina.
you. Hey, Srimadaji.
very
Jai
nice.
Shri Mataji.
Thank you, Carolina. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah. So yes, Sumuk, very beautiful voice. It was very spiritual, incredible experience. Manusri, beautiful rendition, very peaceful. Satish, very divine voice and wonderful meditation. Karuna, it was beautiful, strong flow of vibrations. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji.
I want to say something. My name is Satish. Hi, Kalawati. J-
Hello,
Um,
Satish ji.
Hi. So I was really amazed the way you sang the last song. Was it Kannada language by any chance?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
because
right.
I speak Telugu, but when I heard some of the words, I kind of how were you able to sing so fluently? I mean, even not I mean, it's very rare even Indian people can sing so fluently with such a good syllables and all that. How did you do that?
Thank you, Satish ji. I would say that, meditation basically helped me develop this confidence, and whatever comes my way, I know it can be done. I won't say it is up to me to achieve it again, but I know it can be done somehow, and we know how, right? So
Wow.
this
Yeah.
was a this was basically a project which we presented in Bangalore
Mm-hmm.
in 2019, 2 years back. There was a festival, and we invited everyone to also receive their self-realization. And the Sahaj yogis of Bangalore approached me, and they asked me if I could learn this song because I had to learn it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it seemed something completely new to me, but I knew that it can be done. So
Wow. This is really
this is
amazing.
a
I mean,
story.
yeah, I mean,
Thank you
I
again.
couldn't even differentiate, like, you're Romanian. Nobody would say that. Hearing the song, the way you sang it. Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank
It was
you.
wonderful meditation and really very divine. Thank you.
Yeah. And it really suits the Kalawati name is really suits on you. Definitely you have the Shri Saraswati's blessing. I believe. Yeah, we all feel it, we all saw it, and we enjoy it by listening to your ragas. And of course, the way you lead the meditation, that is another thing. That that Shri Saraswati is another blessing that it came to you. You put us into very pure attention. With you increase our desires, Kalawati. Really, you increase our desires to meditate and to be in that state all the time. I think that is also it given to you by Shri Saraswati.
Thank you so much, dear Shanai. But again, Sri Saraswati is again a divine principle which resides in our Swadhisthana. We all have that within us. It's just that, when it needs to be awakened in some of us, it is already awakened, but maybe not enough. So as we meditate, all these beautiful things happen in our life. You all praise me so much as if, I held the credit for it, but it's not so. Actually, these are the blessings that my life has been decorated with after I started meditating. And we all, I'm sure all of you have already beautiful experiences to share. So it's all about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. Very sweet of you. But definitely you have the reflection of Shri Saraswati's blessing. That's so nice. So Kalawati, I know of course I requested another raga, but I 10:50 right now in the night, and if it is like very short, and do you mind to sing, or if it is too late for you, how about we will call you another time?
Absolutely, absolutely, dear sister. In fact, I know we did not plan it for so long. It's almost at 2 a.m. here, but I'm enjoying so much your company, everyone's company. But I know it's late also on the West Coast as well. We don't want to create an inconvenience. Tomorrow is a working day for everyone.
Right, 2 a.m. right now. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I mean, of course, the time always flies with the Sahajogis in the collective level, and we always enjoy. We become more detached with everything, but we love to have you again, Kalawati. This is not
Thank you, Shana.
in my heart. Yeah.
I just want to say, I just want to thank everyone so, so much, because all of you are so inspiring to us, and seeing your pure desire, seeing how all of you are growing. I heard beautiful, stories of this meditation program happening since the pandemic, and it's so joy giving and so inspiring. So thank you to all of you for being here with us and for the joy you are spreading.
So nice. Yeah, thank you to you, Kalawati, for your time, for your effort, for all your tips and experience and leading the meditation. And as a classic question, we always ask and request, please come back, and please, whenever you can. I know our meeting starts at 12 a.m., 12:15 a.m. in your time. Whenever it is possible, we love to have you again.
Absolutely. I would love to. I would love to.
Thank you so much. And Please have a good sleep, and I hope you will have enough sleep for tonight. And we really appreciate for your time, that your detachments, that about the time that when you accepted, I was so happy, and you can't imagine my happiness. Thank you again. Have a good night.
Thank you to you.
Lots of
Good
love.
night, everyone.
Jai Shri Mataji. Thank you.
Jai
Lots
Shri Mataji.
of Mataji. Okay, my dears, time again flew. So we didn't realize the time, almost 11 o'clock, but thank you so much for joining, giving your time yourself, giving time ourselves to us. And I believe you all enjoy it, and I believe you all felt the tremendous vibrations, because this is not only one or a few people feels the vibrations, the collective vibrations, collective joy, and collective integration. And so thank you so much. And please remember, there is again collective meditation tomorrow in the same time with the same link. But I will see you all next week on Tuesday in the same time with another Sahaja Yogi. Have a good night to you all, and lots of love to you. Jai Shri Mataji. Bye. Good night.